to join because we know we have some technical difficulties here and there. But welcome to all of you. And thank you so much for removing time today and joining this orientation session. I am sure you will take a lot away from this session. Before I introduce, uh, this session is going to be for an hour. I am going to just put the chat off for a bit. But yes, good evening to everyone. And just give me another minute before we start. I am going to, of course, be introducing your mentors today. Before I introduce them, we will just wait for a few minutes for everyone to quickly join. But till then, good evening to all of you all. And let's get perfect. I think we're going to begin now. Parikshit sir is also here. Yes. Okay. Let's get started. Welcome everyone. Once super sorry for that. Yes. Let's get started. Let me introduce Parikshit to all of y'all. He is a professionally trained from Harvard University. He is one of the leading life coaches, motivational speaker, and career coaches in the country. With over 20 years of experience, he has mentored and trained more than 2 million students across domains and regions. Understanding students' aspirations along with their aptitude and motivating them to achieve excellence has kept him busy for more than 2 decades. He has trained teachers, principal, and many corporate executives as well, because wherever he felt that there is a need for a shift in mindset, he has insights about people and situations and loves to analyze human nature. It makes him one of the most sought after trainers in the educational forum. His students are well-known founders, country heads, and senior executive rank professionals. His insights on human behavior and approach to learning from one's life brings him to us today, and I am sure you will enjoy what he has to say. Welcome, Parikshit.
Thank you, Mansi. I hope, I'm sorry, I was just a little late. I hope we've kind of told them that that they are starting a new journey with us, the Mindler Internship Program. Dear students, welcome you on behalf of this lovely internship experience. While you may be, this is your introduction session, and you'll get to know what this is all about, what's in store for you, what's the takeaways for you. And of course, by the time you'll get to know of the takeaways, and I see Prateek is already here. Prateek Bhargava is the CEO of Mindler Education. And of course, and if you get to know his entire life about his academic and professional journey, and I have Mansi's already, introduced me here, and she's kind of, being the master of ceremony today. And Abhishek has also studied in great educational institutions. And of course, when you get to know his career trajectory, and now sharing something, why internship? Now, trust me, all of us can take 1 or 2 hours on the importance of an internship. All right. But I'll just kind of share, few nuggets here. It's literally your first-hand experience in the real working world. Yes or no? Absolutely. It's almost like now the first thing is, no, hold on. I am too young to do an internship in school. I must do this in college or, when I'm in second year, third year. No, students are doing this as early as when they're 12 or 13, right? And I've been told that this internship is for grade 11 and 12, which is we are looking at anything between 16 to 18, right? So therefore, it's your first-hand experience in the real working world. Number one. Number two, you will also, now imagine you're interacting with Prateek or with Abhishek or Mansi or other professionals that you will meet, during the course of the internship. You'll understand the career trajectory. Mr. Prateek Bhargava, so how does one become a CEO of a company? What is CTO, CSO? How do you get these CXO ranks? How do you become a product manager of a company? How do you do this? So you will understand the career trajectory of your desired job titles. right? Next, you will end up meeting new people. And therefore, you are as early as 16 to 18, you're making connections in the professional world, because that's where you are bound to go. If not today, maybe in just a couple of years, 100%. And you'll be meeting many of them during your college education. Your professors, they will come from academia as well as professional world. You will have guest lectures. So therefore, what are we doing? We are making bonds. Next, you will meet different people. Different people have different skill sets. Now imagine meeting them, exchanging ideas. Then they will come from different background, different skill sets, different personality, different nature, maybe different nationality, different culture, different ethos. So imagine when you get to work with them, when you get to know how to interact and how to deal with people from diverse backgrounds. Internships. Next, it is also, you get a competitive edge. You get a competitive edge over others. I mean, imagine you are, excuse me, applying to an Indian institution or any international institution, and you're saying, I was very interested in management or entrepreneurship. Therefore, I went and I did this. Oh, excuse me, marketing or sales interested me, or design, or communication, or finance, operations, interaction. I don't know. Or human behavior. So it can be any area. Basically, this is giving you a competitive edge on your CV, that you not only went to school, you not just studied, basic academics, you did go beyond. And going beyond, my dear students, is called getting out of your comfort zone. It's so simple to say, you know what, I am just getting introduced to an internship. This is okay. This is nothing great. But it's up to you what you make out of this opportunity. This opportunity can be given to 50,000 people. But will all of them make it to the top 20? Will all of them make it to the top 1,000? No, it's only people who will go out of the way to make it work. And that's where it'll add, it'll beef up your CV. So, I mean, that's why I said I can go on talking about internships and the importance of internships and the importance of these exchanges. And there are master classes, so to say, during this program. Imagine where in the world do you get a chance to do 6, 8, 10 master classes with professionals? You get to learn, and learning is a never-ending process. So thank you so much. I just wanted to share this. All the best for internship, and welcome to a whole new world. Mansi, over to you.
Thank you so much for aptly summarizing or introducing the internship to all our wonderful students. Before I get started and tell you all a little bit more about the internship program, let me introduce Pratik to you all. Yes, like PD mentioned, he is the CEO at Mindler. He also has a double MBA from ISB Hyderabad and MDI Gurgaon. He has a brilliant track record, which includes strategy consulting, corporate strategy, and education advisory. He has worked with organizations such as Accenture and Maruti Suzuki. One very cool thing about Pratik, and I'm sure all of y'all would want to know this in the next few coming months or 1 year, he has cracked CAT, GMAT, CLAT, and multiple competitive exams, which make him the perfect mentor if you want to get the secret recipe of how to crack that entrance exam and how to get to your dream college, right? Other than this, he has also been awarded the Global Entrepreneur Award by UAE government, and has also been awarded and recognized by Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, Economic Times, CIIE, and IIM Ahmedabad. He is also a 40 under 40 awardee of BW Education. Trust me, just keep this 40 under 40 term in mind. We'll come back to this very soon as a fun opportunity for all of y'all. Over to you, Pratik.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mansi. And firstly, glad I think all of you could get an opportunity to hear Parikshit. So a very quick story before I start. Parikshit and I go back about good 20 years. And I met him when I was in grade 10th. And he's been my career coach since then. And a large part of where, what, how to go about it I always had a professional career coach who was helping me out. And that's where the genesis of the idea, in fact, and I'll come to the internship program and all, but that's where Mindler came in, right? A lot of you would have joined this internship program via your school. Some friends would have told you, but I'll still take the liberty to explain or just give you a 30-second brief of what Mindler is, why we are doing this. And then obviously we'll go detail into the orientation session and all. So number one, what is Mindler? Mindler is a career guidance platform wherein we help young students like all of you take well-informed career decisions. We believe career decisions should not be by hearsay. They should not be what our elders are doing or those very, very famous Mr. Sharmas in the world are doing, the Sharma ji ka ladkas and all. We should not be taking that route. We should take decisions, basic a holistic analysis of self, and then going about it. Now, while we were building this journey, there were various times which came up wherein we felt there is a huge need for students to build their skills. How do they actually distinguish themselves from all other students that are there in the community and showcase their own edge, right? All of us are unique in our own ways. And that's where we thought of bringing out this internship program, wherein we could focus on life skills. We could help you with skills which would really help you in college, help you build your CV. I'm sure a lot of you would have already created your online CV from the CV maker. If you have not, Mansi is going to take you through that. So I'm super excited to take you through this journey, and I'll come back and quickly talk about it. But before I pass it back to Mansi and wait for coming back, I want to leave you with one thought that as we all move towards this future we are getting into, you're all going to be thinking about the next 10 years, 20 years very soon, if not already. I think a lot of you are in grade 11, some of you are in grade 12. So all of you are going to be planning your next steps. I think there are three things which will define the future for all of you. It will not going to be your school, it will not eventually be your college or a course. All those things are important, they add a huge factor. In my introduction, Mansi talked about that I'm from ISB and so on, so all those things stick with you. But I think where the future is headed, the three most important things, and why I'm going to say these three things is because that is what this entire internship program is built on. Number one is skills. I think you are already seeing in this world of AI coming in, this chat GPT, this Bard, there's so much happening. I think one thing which will be core skills, the skills that you have, which are unique to you, I think that is what will take you. And those skills will need to be updated on a constant basis. So that is number one. Second is the power of networking. Okay, that will be of extreme importance going forward. Whether you're starting your own company, whether you're getting a job, whether you want to work in whatever sector, I think networking is a skill that will stay with you forever. And the last and the third thing is perseverant. Or perseverance, being it basically means that once you're at it, you don't give up, you get stuck to it, you stick to your plans, you take course corrections, but you don't give up. Now how we have created this entire program on these three elements is, number one, we're going to be focusing on real life skills. We're not going to be talking about marks, we're not going to be talking about all of that stuff. And that's where it gets fun, right? You get to learn new stuff, you get to actually explore that, okay, I've gone through this internship program, did I get some answers to where I want to be, what do I want to do? Second, you are going to be with thousands and thousands of students. The last year, I think if I remember, there were over 10,000, 20,000 students who were part of the internship program and the scholarship journey, which we will talk about. But I think this platform gives you an amazing ability to do that. And the third thing is this program will try and teach you to be actually consistent, stick to what you have started, because that is what is going to be rewarded. This is going to be an internship program which is, while free for all of you, you can eventually actually make a lot of awards, prizes, money. You can do a lot in this internship program. I've had history of people who have won iPads. We have last year got people who won AirPods. They won thousands and thousands of vouchers because there's a lot of fun activity and we love to recognize good work. So that's the rationale behind it. So I'm going to come back and talk to you about the internship program a little bit, why we should do it, what are the benefits. But for now, back to Mansi, and we'll then take it from there.
Thank you so much, Pratik. Yes, we're going to talk in detail about the internship, but what's also a part of this masterclass is a very exciting short separate masterclass, which is going to be led by another mentor of yours. I will introduce him when his segment comes around. But before I get started, let's quickly find out how are we feeling today, because after speaking or after Pratik and PDF spoken to y'all, I want to know how is it that y'all are feeling. Are we feeling excited, energetic? How are we doing? Are we confused? Are we inquisitive? How are we feeling? We can quickly put it on the chat. And then I'm going to quickly go ahead and start. What is this internship all about? Amazing. I see. Excited. Yes, thank you. I am loving the energy because that is what I will now use and channel before we go ahead. Thank you. I will pause for a minute so that I don't get very overwhelmed. But yes, welcome to your Mindler Internship Program orientation session. The reason why we were telling you all what kind of, like who is in our team, where are they associated from, the purpose was that I am sure a lot of y'all might be hoping or dreaming to get into one of these universities. How do you do it? Now this internship is all about where you want to go in the future, and how is it that this internship is going to help you break that down into realistic goals and steps. And by the end of the internship, I know you'll be at a better place. You already are, just by being at this orientation. So thank you so much. I'm going to hand it over to Pratik again, and I will be back, but over to you, Pratik.
Okay, so here comes the time I was talking about. We're going to be taking you through what we are going to do. The next 10 minutes, we are going to try and answer questions or address this point of why are we doing this? What does this entail? How does it benefit you? I think a lot of you at a certain level would know the answers that you're sitting here. And I would like to start by congratulating all of you to be able to take time, invest in yourself to do this. It's very, very easy for people to sit on the outliers and say, hey, why are you doing this? This is not needed. This does not add this. This is not. But I think it's the people who actually make the effort and consistently do it. So small things make a huge difference. Imagine after this internship program, you have attended, let's say 8 or 9 master classes, met different people, connected with them on LinkedIn, Instagram. And imagine you have a connect with somebody like a Parikshit, who, let's say you are in your thoughts and you want to, you have to choose between 2 colleges and you want somebody's opinion. Maybe somebody comes and helps you out, gives you some inputs. You never know where what will help. Just connecting with people, taking that initiative. And there's a saying that if you don't try, the probability of success is always 0. But when you try, there's a probability of success. So once you make an effort, things happen. Now, what is this entire program? Okay, this program by Mindler is called Mindler Navigate, which has a website and an app which all of you can download to actually anchor through, see, attend, everything. It has 2 components. Okay, right now we're going to focus on component number 1, which is the Mindler internship program, which is a program designed for grade 11th and 12th students to actually do an internship in a virtual environment and actually earn a certificate of experience, earn prizes, learn in that journey, connect with people. We're going to talk about that. The second component, which is a very, very interesting component, which gives you all an automatic access to, is something called as the Mindler Scholarship Hunt, which is a program, which is a brief program designed to actually help you get into colleges with scholarships. So all of you would have some plans. It allows you to actually carry on with those plans, but also try if you can get scholarships, access to some finance aid, ease out the learning journey. Can we help you out? So for all the 12th graders, this comes in this December. For 11th graders, obviously, this comes next year. So for now, all of us are part of the internship program, and this second component will come soon. Now, I'll give you a quick 1 minute overview about both. What is this internship program? It's a 4-week program wherein there will be lots and lots of master classes. You'll have to spend about let's say in a week, there'll be about 2 master classes for all of you. So you spend 2 hours, there'll be assignments, there'll be quizzes, there'll be fun stuff which you can do. Mansi, can we move to the next slide? Yeah. So in the next 4 weeks, every week you can expect to spend maybe 2.5 hours each week. And that's all you need to actually invest in terms of time. The rest, obviously, you can learn, grow as much as you want. The timings, as you know, are completely flexible. Only the master classes which we are doing are live for all of you. In case you miss out, we do put them on your app where you can see it. But remember, when you are going to be, we're going to talk about something called as a leaderboard. Like all the Dream 11s, Mindler also has a leaderboard wherein the people at the top win great prizes. So when you attend live classes, you are attendant, you are participating in quizzes, assignments, you earn points which allow you to get that. So we want you to participate. We want you to make the most of it. Apart from this, when it comes to quizzes, assignments, you can just do it whenever you want. Whenever you're a little free, you can spend some time and do it. Third, which is something which I have been very, very proud of creating, is This is the world's largest internship drive. When you'll go Google it, this is at a one point of time, the amount of students who are there attending over the next 1 month, it's massive, and Mindler has been very proudly driving this. And the last thing, obviously, it's completely work from home. So you do not need to go anywhere. You don't need to waste time traveling. You connect online. You will see, you will be posting stuff on LinkedIn. You will be engaging with your friends. A lot of stuff will happen. Coming to the next thing, which is the scholarship hunt. Quickly, this is the platform wherein you will all get access to. This will come, as I said, somewhere in December, closer to the admission cycle, wherein we will get the best universities for you who will be offering scholarships. You'll all be participating in that. Whoever has the best profile, has the best achievements, will get access to scholarships over and above what you would already know of. Last year, we had about 25 crore worth scholarships and 3,000 plus offers from 50 plus universities. So this year, we are looking at doing it even better and even bigger next year. So all the 11th and 12th students, keep an eye on this. We will talk about that later during the program. Now, when we did the same journey last year, we had about 15,000 plus interns. We had over 10 lakh plus prizes. Scholarships I've already talked about. So this is something which is available to all of you. In fact, in the next masterclass itself, we start with awards in the first masterclass, wherein whoever does the best in the first assignment, you'll see prizes coming in. It's going to be really, really fun. Okay. Now, why should we do this? A very, very important question before I pass it back to Mansi, that why do we need it? Parikshit talked a little bit about it, why it is needed at grade 11th and 12th. Very often people can talk, hey, I can do this in college. I can go out and get a job then. The reason internship is essential, or exposure. For me, internship is more of exposure. For me, internship is more on the lines of getting access to new skills. How do I actually do that? How do I broaden my horizons? And think of it like this, that eventually all of you, when you're going to be applying to your colleges, will be sitting for that one interview, which after all your exams, etc., you'll have in your selection process. Now, an interviewer would want to know more about you. There are only three things they can talk about, right? They will talk about your education journey. They can talk about your family history. And third thing is talk about your experiences. Now, the first two things is going to be common to most people, right? It's largely driven by whatever you had an opportunity to do. But the third thing of experience is completely in your control. What kind of experiences do you open up for yourself? Where do you go? There would have been some of you who would have done summer school. Some of you would be into music. Some of you would be into sports. Some of you would have some passion or the other. And with that, I would like to open the chat and ask you, that is, what is that one thing which you think you're unique at? Put it on the chat. Is it sports? Is it music? Is it stand-up comedy? Is it cooking? What really you think is something which is very unique? And I saw one person writing nothing, which is exactly what it allows you to have an edge, right? You don't have nothing yet, but you need to change that. You need to get into something different. So that is where you could leverage the internship program. So I can see photography, creative writing, sports, dance, writing poems, very interesting, modeling, interesting, MUN writing, bodybuilding, again, very, very interesting. So yeah, so all of you are doing something or the other. Now, this is one element. The other is going to be your extracurriculars and your co-curriculars. That's where internships, experiences. Imagine you attend somewhere, there will be a master class on business and entrepreneurship, and we'll have a really successful entrepreneur coming and talking to you. You learn tips and tricks of how do you actually become an entrepreneur, or you get to know about what the world of STEM career is like. What is the world of creative careers? How do you actually bootstrap and start your venture? How do you do career backtracking? There's so much you will get to know. So now, bullet points. Why is internship needed? Point number one, it allows you to create a digital presence. And we will have an expert, Abhishek, who is a person who I'm a big fan of his digital presence. He is so perseverant at it. He is active on almost all platforms, whether it is Instagram, LinkedIn, or a new platform. Whenever I'm joining there, I see one person I know, Abhishek is always going to be there, right? So it allows you. So when you do an internship, you go create your LinkedIn profile, talk about your experiences. You are able to do that. Second, when you are able to apply to colleges, you're talking about what additional stuff you have done. It adds to your college profile. Imagine two students with everything being same. One of them has done an internship, whether it is this internship, anything, any experience they have gained, it adds variety to your profile. It allows you to stand out. Third, earn a certificate of internship. Obviously, once you're going to be successfully completing it, what does successful completion involve? Attending these master classes, participating in assignment, quizzes, adding value to your own self, get a certificate of internship, which again goes into your CV. Fourth point, learn life skills. This entire program, as I mentioned, there's three things which you should focus on. Life skills is something which is at the core of this program. So you'll even have a fantastic session by Parikshit. He is an MBTI trained expert. He is great at helping people understand their personality strengths. He's actually going to take a detailed session and a masterclass with all of you of how do you actually understand your personality, how does it play a role, how do you actually understand the other person's personality, how do you deal with them, how do you engage with them. It can help you professionally, personally, in your relationships, in every corner of life. Then point number 5, which is earn attractive rewards. It is obviously supposed to be fun, right? Mindler as an organization is bringing something for all of you, so it has to be fun. And the last point is be a differentiator. Do stuff which is unique, do stuff which is linked to your own skills and strengths. So that is why this entire internship program is designed. Now with that, I'll pause. I'll request Mansi to come in now, who's going to take you through what this program is, what are the key steps, what is your dashboard, what are your leaderboard, how do you refer your friends, how do you do your assignments. All of that is what we're going to talk about. So with that, I'll pause. Mansi is going to be back in, and I'll try and see if I can come in and give you an input later in the session as well. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Pratik, for giving the students the reason and the purpose behind this internship. But now let's actually put it into specific things. So what is the Mindler internship program? It consists of 9 master classes, this being your first one. So you have 8 more master classes to look forward to. You will be participating in very exciting assignments as well as quizzes. Trust me, the purpose of these assignments is to give you clarity about what is it that you have taken away from that masterclass, right? Other than that, yes, we already mentioned you will get rewards, but again, this is going to be based on your performance. So the more you perform, the outstanding performance that you have, the more rewards you get. Other than this, of course, who does not want to brag about something cool they have done? So this is, of course, going to help you boost your profile and your resume. Other than this, you get to interact with industry experts. Let me just say that when I was in 12th standard, internship was not even something that we were introduced to. Forget learning and interacting with industry experts. Trust me, it will come back to you. Like Pratik mentioned, he knows PD since he was in, college. And imagine he has grown his trajectory from so far. You never know how you interact with an industry expert in this internship, and you never know what kind of opportunity will come to you later on. Other than this, of course, we want to create a social impact. In today's day and age, we know that we can try to do as much as possible to create more of a positive impact than a negative one. So if you think this internship program is something that you think is going to be beneficial, not just for you, I would say that go ahead, tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your neighbors, whoever you think is in the same age group, so that not just you, but also they can benefit from this internship program. I am going to just show you all a video about one of our students. And I want you all to hear his experience as to how it went for him. Let me just quickly share my screen. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Sritam Dattu from Kolkata, and I have been fortunate enough to end up in the top 500 of Mindler's internship program. I have learned so many things during my internship, but the 3 most important things that I have learned during my internship are creativity, sticking to deadlines, and the art of failing and making it big. My most favorite part of the internship was undoubtedly Parikshit sir's in decoding personality types. The master class was just awesome, and I learned so many things about myself. Through the assignment, I got to explore my own personality, and I came to know my strengths, my weaknesses, and what I could do in life. Hence come my key takeaways from this internship program. The number 1 being that I have to be a bit more organized so that I can shape my career towards being an entrepreneur. And yes, we had a master class regarding that as well. Then last but not the least, I've learned that unconventional careers are taking over the job scene, and we have to have the necessary skills to adapt to the changes. And definitely I would suggest this program and the Mindler Scholarship and Talent Hunt to my juniors, because Mindler is not only giving us a chance to earn ourselves a scholarship, but also we are learning several life lessons. Thank you.
That was our intern from last year who thought that his experience was so well done that he wanted to share it with everyone. And what better than to hear it from someone who was our age, right? Going forward, let's talk about what are some exciting masterclasses that you're going to have, right? So, in case you don't know, you would have also joined this masterclass using a Zoom link, right? So we have a website and we have an app where you can see all the possible information. Some masterclasses that you're going to have in the coming few weeks is where you're going to understand what kind of personality do you have, what are your strengths, what are things that you need to improve on, what can you leverage when you go forward in your educational as well as your professional journey. Other than this, like he mentioned in the video, there are so many jobs that are constantly changing, coming in. That's why we have very exciting panel discussions where we discuss upcoming professions, what suits you, what will suit you, what are skills you can build to, match that career best in the future. You want to start a business? Great. We're going to get you in touch with an entrepreneur who's going to tell you about his journey. We all know, all of us at some point or the other are going to have some exam. How can we be super efficient? How can we manage it really better? That's something else. We all know we have to make sure we go to college, but how is it that we can do it at the most economical rate? And how is it that we can do without a lot of financial burden, right? These are a few masterclasses. All of this is on your app and your web. You can have a look whenever you like. Other than this, these are a few of your mentors. You can reach out to them anytime you have any questions, any queries, because I am sure they are more than willing to help you out. Other than that, you will be interacting with them during masterclasses. So please attend all masterclasses to take away so much information they have to provide all of you. Now, what is in it for all of you? Of course, you're going to get a CV. In case you haven't completed your profile, go ahead, because after you have finished all your details, we curate a personalized CV for you. Trust me, when I was your age, I did not even know what was a CV. Forget what should I even add in it. We've taken that trouble away from you and we're going to do it for you. All you have to do is put in all your details on the web or the app and we will curate one specifically for you. Other than this, yes, of course, any student who does complete the internship will receive a certificate of internship. Other than that, students who have been performing or have had a outstanding performance will receive a letter of recommendation from their mentors. Alongside that, there are, of course, we mentioned multiple times that you will get awards and prizes. These are, of course, also for the top performers. Again, there are multiple top performers, so you don't have to worry how is that I'm going to be on the top. You have to leverage where you are strong and make sure you shine through it. Other than that, yes, you will get to interact and learn from industry experts. And of course, you get to be a part of the Mindler Internship League and you get to interact and enjoy with your fellow interns and fellow students. Other than this, I think it's a splendid opportunity for you to be a part of a virtual simulated organization and to create some kind of social impact, right? Before I go ahead and tell you what are the steps that are really important for you, one thing I'm very excited to introduce to all of y'all is the 20 under 20. Remember when I was introducing Pratik and I said 40 under 40? I'm sure all of y'all have, read 50 under 50, 40 under 40, all of these lists. I'm sure it could be also be on some of your bucket lists. Let's start early rather than later, because now Mindler has something called 20 under 20. This is where all of y'all stand a chance to be an elite list of the brightest stars under the age of 20 at the internship program. Here you will get multiple benefits. You get to, we publish you in our blogs. You also get to interact with your mentors one-on-one. There are multiple benefits. Again, this happens if you've performed consistently and we have identified you, and then we reward you as 20 under 20. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. This is something that has to be on your bucket list and you need to tick it off at the earliest, right? Other than that, very, very important points for all of us to note. This internship is a 4-week internship. Yes, Pratik mentioned it has flexible hours. The only hours you need to remove are the hours for master classes. So when it comes to your quiz, when it comes to your assignments or your tasks, do it whenever you're free. Please do not let it interfere with your school or your tuitions or your exam timings or anything like that. Mindler does not want to be responsible for you bunking college or bunking school or bunking classes because you were attending the masterclass. We do not we will say, go ahead, do this, watch the recording if you don't have time. But other than that, you can spend time whenever it's convenient for you, whenever you're available. So you can easily manage this internship very easily. Other than this, let's quickly understand what are a few important steps for all of you. Now, you can either log on to the website, which is navigate.mindler.com. Other than that, you can also download the Navigate app on the App Store or the Play Store, right? Now, why is this important? Because when you download it, first thing you need to do is go ahead and complete your profile. When I say your profile, what are information that we would want? Because we need to know if you're an 11th or 12th grade student, because that is the only age group that's eligible. After we know that you are an 11th or 12th grade students, we send you your offer letter as well as your CV, right? So what kind of information do we need? Of course, you have to tell us your academic details. Go ahead, tell us what are your achievements. Do you have any certificates? Have you done any other internships, right? Any extracurricular details that you think is going to give you that added edge. Other than that, go ahead, put it all, because what's going to happen is once you're done submitting your profile, you will receive your offer letter. And let me tell you, the joy of receiving your first offer letter, it is beyond expectation. When I got my first offer letter, I could not even believe that it is already happening. Other than this, like I mentioned, once you give us all your information, we will curate your CV based on the achievements that you have. So go ahead, right? Put in all the information as much as you can, because then you can go ahead and use the CV when you are applying to colleges, when you're applying to other internships, and so much more when you actually begin college, right? Now, other than this, we already know this is your first masterclass. Going forward, you have 8 more masterclasses. After each masterclass, you're expected to do 2 things. One is your assignment, one is your quiz. Like I mentioned earlier, your assignments are for you to apply what you have taken away in that masterclass, right? And see how is it going to benefit you. Now, last bit, like we said, let's create a social impact. If you think this internship is a great idea, which it is a great idea, go ahead and refer your friends. Remember, you all will receive a unique code, right? So let's say I have joined the internship. I want to tell 10 friends of mine. I can see which friend of mine has heard my brilliant advice or my brilliant, let's say, how is it going for the internship? You can gift your friend an internship. All of this you can track on your website as well as your app. Remember to use your unique link and not someone else's link. Otherwise, you won't be able to track it. Basis your performance, you will keep climbing up the leaderboard. And every time you climb the leaderboard, you will get very exciting rewards. Now, other than this, if you know you're on the leaderboard, trust me, at the end, you have fantastic prizes that you will take away. Some of them being the iPad, AirPods, Amazon vouchers, Kindles, and so many more, right? How is it that you can learn or earn leaderboard points? First, go ahead, complete your profile after this masterclass. That's the first and the easiest thing. After that, after every masterclass, make sure you're submitting your assignments within deadline and finishing the quiz as well. Attend masterclasses. That is also going to help you be on the leaderboard. Complete your assessment. We will talk about this in your next class. Other than that, go ahead and tell your friends about this internship. All of these together is going to help you be on the leaderboard and climb the leaderboard. Other than this is done. Now we have a quick 20-minute strong masterclass, a quick masterclass on how is it that you can master the art, of creating a strong online presence. And with me, I now have your other mentor, Abhishek Gulati. Let me quickly introduce him. He is the manager, growth strategy and global education at Mindler. He has a management graduate degree from University College London. He has also done summer credentials at LSE and HEC Paris. He is a dedicated mentor when it comes to guiding his students to Ivy League as well as G5 institutes. He is a profile building expert and he trains his students on their journey to make it to the world's best university, but also how is it that we can create a strong presence for ourselves online. Over to you, Abhishek. We have 15 minutes. Let's quickly give them as much as information as possible.
No, I'll do that. Perfect. Thank you so much, Pansi. And again, brilliant to be here. I've been seeing their reactions, so they're very active. Now, quickly, before I begin, I would request you to open the chat. All the students, I want you to mention what social media or digital platforms you use the most and very frequently. And don't say Zoom. Instagram, YouTube. I saw this coming. Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. I saw LinkedIn. Interesting. Snapchat, of course. Wonderful. Thank you so much. That's all Twitter, right? Of course. We all love Elon Musk. Wonderful. Circling back to this, why do we need an online presence? I know Prateek, Parikshit sir, and Mansi, all of them elaborated on this. It's a very simple answer. If you are not digitally present, you're non-existent, because that's the kind of world we live in. And that can be a sad reality, but I always see it as an opportunity, because today, because of a digital presence and because of so many media platforms that are available, usable for all of us, we can connect with anybody. Now, to give you a simple example, there's so many of you here today who have never met each other, but today we are part of a similar conversation, interacting with each other. I consider this as an opportunity to talk to so many people who I would have not met earlier. And this already starts curating a very beautiful network over time that will be nurtured through masterclasses, continuing our engagement across media platforms. So digital presence is core. I think there is no debate about it. I don't want to even stress about why is it required, and I'll rather show it to you. But one thing that I need to understand and want to convey to all of you here is, I understand your generation, all of you are aware, educated, and understand the fact that we all have digital media presence. But how are we not able to optimize it to the core? And that's exactly why I'm here today. First and foremost, the second you realize your social media presence or your digital presence telling a story. What do I mean by that? Every single one of us has a particular story to tell. And that's exactly what people take away. To give you a simple idea, if you meet me for the first time and you have no idea what I do, but I share a few insights about myself. Well, I play cricket. I really love numbers. I love talking to people. And I also play the violin. Now, Abhishek is one of the most common names there is. But you'll remember me by, oh, that Abhishek who loves numbers and plays cricket as well. Oh, and he also plays violin. Now, what has happened? You know few things about me. But there is no way to fall back and realize and retain the information if you can't ever find what I do and where do I do the work. And also you have no faith and trust in whatever I've said is true or not. So digital media not only allows you to remember and recall, but allows you to verify as well. Now, immediately, if you want to verify something I'm telling you, you can go to my LinkedIn profile, go to my Instagram ID and see, does this person actually do what they do? The number of facets to it, which I want to quickly decode with the time I have. First and foremost thing that all of you need to understand is, how do we make the best out of our digital presence? And the easiest step to do that is set clear goals for yourself. Why and what do you want out of your online presence? What do I mean by that? Are we building your online presence to go to a particular university? Are you building an online presence to start or create a business or venture you want to start with? Let's say few of you are friends and you decide to start a business venture. You want to take it different places. You want to get to a wider audience. Are you doing it for that reason? Unless you have clarity of a goal, why you're building a presence, it can go in every single direction, which makes no sense at all. So how do I start doing this? Right? One thing is identifying the right platform. Now, I saw in the chat box, so many of you said Instagram, but tell me something, and this is going to come as a surprise to all of you guys. Do you know, and Mansi can open the chat box for this, how many of you had an idea that Indian universities and a few international universities ask you for your social media handles in your college applications? You can write yes or no. I see majority of them knows. Now tell me something, if I'm a university and I've asked a candidate to submit social media accounts, will you be submitting your Instagram account to me? Yes or no? How many of you will be saying yes for submitting Instagram account to universities? Very quickly. No, right? Then what is the platform you submit on universities? Of course, it is LinkedIn, right? Oh, they just want to check who you are. And if in case everybody here doesn't have a LinkedIn account, especially in class 12, I'm submitting nothing. That means you don't have a digital presence. So imagine a university is thinking the student does not exist digitally. They don't have a presence already. That means they're not networking. They're not leveraging what they're doing, or maybe they have not done enough. That's why they're not confident enough. That's one part. I am already giving them an impression about me without them even seeing my application. Second, if I'm putting across my social media handles, and if there is something that is not appropriate or not something that I should be sharing online, that also starts questioning the kind of student I am and the kind of person I'm going to be. because no university, end of the day, wants a person coming along and creating a big situation for me, which nobody wants. Now, all of you spend a lot of time on different platforms, but how do we decide the right platform for us? I'm somebody, like Pratik mentioned, who loves using different platforms for different reasons. If you go and check my Twitter, you will always see me commenting about a particular topic I'm passionate about. Right now, it will be the World Cup. It will be the war that's going on and my views on it. But I'm not using it to build my professional presence at all. That's a forum for me to share my opinion and also understand and engage with other people who have similar or differentiated opinions as well. But that's purely for my curiosity. My LinkedIn is purely for the work I do and the knowledge I want to share. My Instagram account is a true account of the things I do, travel, what do I work on. That's my way of putting it across. You can have a very different agenda. You can have a blog that you want to talk about. You might be somebody who loves to travel and wants to go to different restaurants. You're trying to tell a story about you. Now, I'm an artist. I want to tell a university and people and showcase my work. You're using Instagram for it. You can also go and use a platform called Pinterest. I am somebody who just wants to try the new platform and see. I might try Threads by Meta, which is also a new platform, not picked up very well, but it exists. So you have to also identify which platform works better for you. Also, the next part, to build engagement on platforms, you have to work on content. Now, content can be a very tricky thing, guys. Before I get onto talking about content, I want to ask you, what is the form of content you like to consume? Is it reels? Is it posts, vlogs, videos? Just put in the chat box very quickly. What is the kind of content you kids like to consume preferably? Posts, reels, facts. Now tell me something. I'm someone who really likes to make videos. I'm very creative. I'm confident enough and I can make reels, but my Instagram reels can only go on Instagram, correct? So that is a very cool platform for me. But I feel I want to educate people or share something. Let's say one of you starts an initiative. You want to educate people about financial literacy, digital literacy. You go create a YouTube channel. Based on the goal, I change platforms. I hope this is making sense, right? Now, these small bits, we don't realize until we get into it. My favorite part about online presence is networking. Now, I'm going to take some time, elaborate on this. Networking is the best possible gift you can gift yourself in high school because let's say I want to connect with the best universities possible. Now, you might be wondering, how do I connect with universities? I want to go study a particular subject in the best schools in the world or in India. Can I go to a LinkedIn platform? Can I go look for professors at that particular university and reach out to them and say, I'm looking forward to come to the school. Can I have interaction with you? Now, instead of being a stranger to the university, you've already reached out to an insider who's willing to have a conversation. You've opened the door for you. Imagine the application comes in and they're like, oh, this kid, I know this person reached out to me. And immediately you develop a bias to get into the university. Is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. But even if that doesn't help you, what if you get to the university and you reach the university finally and the professor knows you? You are no stranger. Out of all the people in the classroom, a professor recognizes you. You have no idea how does a particular university or a course work, and you have no guidance. Can I reach to current students and ask them? That is how you build your network. And how does a network help? Parikshit sir spoke very well about how do you leverage internships. Now you are on your LinkedIn or Instagram, you add that I'm doing an internship, more people reach out to you. You can also further help and make an impact because if you have got this chance, fortunately, you also have to give back to others because you want to grow that community. Now, a person who knows about it, learns about it. Now that person will be willing to show gratitude and support you because you have done the same for them. So networking starts by offering before asking for anything. And this is the best possible way, students. Your digital media is the best way to connect. Today, I can sit in India and connect with people in any part of the world and make a genuine connection. I can apply for internships, apply for opportunities, and just make the best out of it just because I have this presence available. One more thing, which let's do a small drill. Now, how many of you have heard the term digital footprint? Anybody has heard the term digital footprint? You can, yes. Oh, wonderful. All of you are smart kids. Now, how does your digital footprint matter? Tomorrow, I want to apply for a visa. And when an immigration officer goes through a social media and digital presence says, oh, this person has said something very politically incorrect about the country. I don't want to give them a visa. This person has done something in the past which is going to impact your university decision. You have to be very responsible and accountable of the things you do online. And that is where your media presence makes a big difference. Your digital footprints is there and can always stay. I don't want to get into the ugly parts of it. You guys are all smart and educated, so I don't want to talk about it, but you have to be very responsible. You can't do anything and everything online, right? You have to be very sincere about how do you navigate this. My second favorite part after networking is building your brand. You guys are all 15, 16 or 17, I'm assuming. Now, this is the best age to build a personal brand. What does a personal brand mean? The second people hear a name, they can say this person is good at this. For instance, if I'm picking up a particular student, you're like, I am talking to a particular kid. This student is brilliant at communicating. This student is brilliant at networking. This student is very good in mathematical equations. Or this person is a great cricketer. This student is brilliant at playing music and being a DJ. This person is a great influencer or a beatboxer. I start building a brand and recognizing you. I'm going to give you a simple task. You can think of it. Think of one particular academic subject. Think of one particular hobby and think of one particular quality that you want somebody to know about you. I'll give you, so quality can be integrity, or skill can be communication, academic interest can be economics, anything. Just put across these three words in the chat box. So academic, hobby, and value. Oh, have you opened the chat box? Oh, wonderful, right? I can see a bunch of them. Very interesting. Now, why have I asked for this? Let me pick up one of the examples, right? Somebody wrote communication. Anybody else wants to share? Okay, let me pick this. Somebody said history, writing, maths, football, and communication skills. Now imagine I know somebody who has maths, football, communication. I can say I have love for football and language, but I also enjoy playing with numbers. That immediately establishes a strong brand presence. You are making something easy to recognize about you. You know, how do we remember your favorite brands? Okay, tell me something. What are your favorite brands that you always like and recall? It's very easy for you to relate with. What is the favorite brand that you can associate with? It can be a food brand, it can be a fashion brand, it can be automobile brand. What is that one brand you always remember and like, oh, this is a brilliant brand? Nike, Gucci, Chanel. Oh, wonderful. Now, why do you recognize these brands? Because they have a particular thing. For example, if I look at Tesla, what do I think? It's sustainable, it's efficient, it's completely automatic. That's one of the things I remember in most cases. If I look at Adidas, I'm talking about quality. It's also a lifestyle brand. It's a reliable brand. And that is the entire idea. Similarly, you have to build your brand presence. But how do we build our brand presence? By going online, talking about our work. Now, I say I'm a communicator, but I'm not writing blogs. I'm not talking about different topics. How am I a communicator? I say I'm a public speaker, but I don't do debates. I don't go for MUNs. I'm not a public speaker. You have to put a brand, justify it. And you all can start doing it early on. Imagine if you start doing it at 16, in 10 years, people will consider you a domain expert, right? I hope that makes sense. Now, few things, that are very, very important in digital presence. One is your online etiquette. How do you connect with people? Respectfully, you can't dishonor somebody, even if you don't agree with a person's objective and the kind of opinions they have, you can't go and disrespect them. They have an online forum. If they say something which is incorrect, forums also have their legal regulations as well that they can take care of. But you have to be polite, you have to be kind, you have to stop somebody from being bullied on different platforms as well. And that is the advantage and benefit you get on being these platforms. But your online etiquette is a must. Because imagine I am showcasing my values, the person I am, and my upbringing as well through these simple etiquettes. Your behavior is not only limited to your physical world, it's also very important and pertinent to your online presence as well. And you can't let it go. I have often heard students saying that, oh, I don't get an internship, I don't get an opportunity. Now, imagine instead of just randomly reaching out to a person, let's say Mansi or me, saying that, listen, can I work with you? But I have no idea who you are. I don't have no idea what a skill set is. You've given me a burden. Instead of doing that, you reach out to me saying that, listen, these are my skill sets. I can work on this. You do this. I can solve these problems. Now you've given me a solution. Every single person, I can believe you me, will be more inclined to have a conversation, will be more interested in responding to you as well. One important factor, there's so many tools that you can use. You guys are living in the world of ChatGPT and AI, but let me remind you, it's very, very easy for me to tell, or any person to tell, that it's not human content. You know why? Because there's no human error. You have to make sure you use all these tools to connect with people, use better language and improve, but don't solely depend on them. I have seen so many cases go wrong because people have copy pasted information and not realized this information is inaccurate. So don't solely depend, make use of it, be smart how to do that. And the last bit I want to leave you with this particular thought: your social media presence can also create a major impact. Let's say you have done so many things and you want to impact others, like I was talking about helping others. Try and quantify things you've done. Believe in quality, but quantify. So for instance, I want to say I want to start a small community of readers. I want to encourage those readers to support people in the local communities, to teach kids who don't have access to education or people who don't have access. Now I make a group and I showcase the kind of work we are doing. That encourages other people to get involved, and you're already doing so much. Being in class 11th and 12th, I know you're very, very busy. I think more than we were back in school. I think Mansi will agree, Prateek will agree as well. But today you have enough time to leverage these resources. You can connect with a person on a click of a button, but if you do it well, makes a huge difference. Till date, if I send a request on LinkedIn to somebody, I'll always make sure to thank them for their time, for accepting the request. That's basic decorum. These small things, students, makes a huge difference. Now today, you're all here, you've networked. How do you leverage this opportunity, right? How do you connect with each other? You can use this platform to add on a LinkedIn, I'm part of Mindler Internship. That shows other people that you're doing this. You can connect with each other, have conversations. The best part for us will be when we see students who are coming to the internship are collaborating on projects, doing similar things. Last year, we found few kids who ended up at similar universities and ended up doing very, very well. They became friends, were able to leverage that network. And that is the beauty of having social and digital media presence. And one simple thing is, please make sure you are safe and secure. Social media is a beautiful place if done well. Make sure you don't get scammed or get distracted by anything, because there are a number of disadvantages as well. But I think we have to focus on the positives because everything has an ugly side to it. But how do we leverage this? I have given you some inputs. I want to ask you one simple question. How many of you today have a LinkedIn account? Quickly write yes or no. Oh, wonderful. Quite a few of you. Now, if you don't, no problem. Today is a good day to start. You're going to go and create a LinkedIn account. In fact, if you are struggling, there's so many online sources you can see to build a LinkedIn account. You can reach out to the team, but you will be able to do that. You are smart kids. I think everybody in Gen Z is smarter than all of us. So you can do that. Once you make the account, complete your profiles, try and connect with each other. And that's how you do it. And the last piece of information, I know I've said it a number of times, but this is very, very important. Make sure you are trying to be the best version of yourself, but try to be true to your story. Take inspiration from other people on social media, but don't try and emulate or copy them, because what they are trying to put across is good for them, working for them, doesn't have to work for you. You can be very simple, very straightforward about your approach, only convey what's necessary for you. Mansi, I hope I've stuck to the time.
Little overboard, but no worries. Let's get going, students. So I know we have only 2 minutes left, but I will take 5 minutes, right? Because I want to share the exciting assignment that I want all of you all to work on based on today's masterclass, right? So what did we learn? We learned how is it that we can create an online presence for ourselves. Before that, we also learned that this internship is all about creating a social impact. So we're putting 2 and 2 together, and this is your task for this masterclass. We want you to go ahead, right? Think of what are the benefits of this internship and go ahead and try to get as many cousins, friends, building people, anyone to join this internship, because we know it's going to be beneficial not just for you, but for them. In the process of doing that, you will go around and understand what is the importance of networking. At the same time, you'll understand, what if someone doesn't listen to me? Am I going to be pushed down? No, I'm going to still get up and try to convince the next person to go ahead and do the same, right? So the whole purpose of this masterclass is to create a social impact. At the same time, it's to network. So we're going to put 2 and 2 together. And now this is why the task for today's masterclass is, we want you to think of or identify 11th or 12th grade students in your network who can benefit from this internship, right? From your profile, you can create or pick up your unique link and share it with them. How is it that you can do that? So a lot of times we put it on Instagram, right? So a lot of our students from, like, let's say the first batch all last year put up their offer letters, they tagged us. What we thought was, let's increase your social reach as well. So we went around reposting them as well, so that we could help you grow your presence as well, right? Other than this, I have a very exciting assignment that someone had created, and I'm just going to quickly play that. It's 1 minute, but I'll play it at 30.
Are you like me, sitting with an open book by the window and trying to analyze where your life is headed when you have your birds in a few months? Just like me. You know what you can do instead? Join Mindless Internship Program. This program is like exclusively for 12th graders. Like, that is so cool, having done an internship before.
So again, like, you can do whatever
Are you like
want. You
me?
can be as creative as you want. The one thing that I would like to say is, please use your unique code, because you can track which friend of yours has registered. Does a friend need reminding? Then you can go ahead, just remind them. They will get a notification saying that, oh, thank you for reminding me. I will go ahead and register and finish the whole registration process for this internship. Remember, if you use your unique code, you will keep track, and that is also going to help you climb on the leaderboard. Remember that this is very important. Don't use a friend's code. Then chances are, after a point, they will be the one getting the rewards, and you will be like, wait, I referred people, but no one's, why am I not getting rewards, right? Remember, assignment for today: social impact, building a network, building an online presence, meet together, becomes networking, and this is your assignment for this masterclass. Next masterclass, we're going to work around what is going to be career backtracking. That is, what is your dream career? How do we get there, right? That is going to be the purpose of next masterclass. But you have a few days to complete this assignment, right? So go ahead, complete your assignment. You have a few days. Remember, there is a deadline. So go ahead, start doing this at the earliest. Remember, it takes as simple as a screenshot of your masterclass, put it on Instagram, tag your friends, share it with them, tag Mindler, so that we can also share it as well. Now, very quick next steps for all of you. If you haven't already completed your profile, go ahead and do it. You will get your offer letter. That is also something that you can go around and share with people. Other than this, download your Mindler Navigate app if you haven't already. It's on the App Store. It's also on the Play Store. Your task, obviously, for this masterclass is for you to refer your friends and create a social impact. Other than this, also to create your online presence. This, in turn, is going to help you climb your leaderboard and get attractive rewards. And the last bit is, go ahead and complete your masterclass quiz. It's very, very, very simple, right? Other than this, very quick information: what are ways in which we will try to communicate with you? We will be sending you emails on your mail. Other than this, if I am just going to quickly share a WhatsApp community QR code, go ahead and join that. You will keep getting notified about what are the important things for this internship. Other than this, we also have in-app notifications for important updates. If at any point of time you have any queries, you can, of course, write to us at internship@mindler.com, and we will help you immediately, right? So I'm going to pause on this screen for 10 seconds, take a screenshot, join this WhatsApp community channel. The reason being that it will help you get updates. In case you've forgotten there's a masterclass, you will also get the notification for that as well. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please follow us on Mindler Careers on Instagram for more updates, very exciting content, not just about this internship program, but also about different career opportunities, about different information, all related to how is it that you can get more clarity on what you want to do in the future, right? With that, the last bit I want to say is, download the app if you haven't already. It's available on the Play Store as well as the App Store. Before we end, I want Prateek to come in and say the last few words. Go ahead, Prateek.
Thank you. I think I enjoyed this masterclass. I'm sure all our students would have. I just wanted to come back and tell you, for the first assignment, to just get all of you super excited and make you motivated to actually give it your best and to see what's in store for all of you. You will have a special prize. Immediately in your next masterclass, we will be recognizing the students who were best at performing the first masterclass. You can obviously see your leaderboard and know who is ranking first. So you'll have surprise prizes, which could include Amazon vouchers. There could be other surprises as well. So make sure you try and make the most of it. Imagine an opportunity wherein actually you are doing an internship. You're going to be getting a certificate of internship. You're going to be getting all these rewards. So make sure you use that judiciously. Make sure you complete your quiz, do all of that. So with that, I think most of the points I wanted to cover as well are done. I have a few queries from some of you on Insta already, which I think Mansi has answered. Feel free to tag the Mindler team. We would love to share whatever you are making, reels. Like there are so many, like the first time when we did this, we were in ourselves blown away with the kind of ideas all of you had to connect with your friends. I saw videos, I saw letters, I saw presentations. Somebody had written, done a presentation for his whole class 11th and 12th in the grade. So they'll have multiple ways to do this. Do that. And I hope you've all joined the WhatsApp community by now. Mansi, if you can just show that screen to all of them again. In case you haven't, please do that. It's a WhatsApp community wherein you just get messages from the Mindler team so that you don't miss out on anything. All the things from time to time are put there so that you are well updated and you don't miss out on any notifications. Also, as a rule of thumb, you're going to be moving out from school to college and the life of email start. Okay, a lot of you would have your email IDs, may not be very active with it, but as you move forward, email communication is going to be very important. So keep a track of your emails. Start getting into the habit, because all your offer letters, everything which are going to come from universities are going to come on that. So do that, and wish you all the best. That would be all from my side. Mansi, over back to you.
Thank you so much. I hope all of you all have enjoyed this orientation session. You have 8 more master classes to look forward to. Go ahead and start working on your assignment for today. Go ahead, complete your profile. You already know all the next steps. We will be in touch with you. See you for the next master class. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. See you very soon. Thank